Are you ready?
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
Did we just become best friends? Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
All right. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Thank you very much for being here.
Major escalation. The U.S. seizing an oil tanker off the coast of Venezuela. The latest show of force as President Trump steps up pressure on the Venezuelan president.
Yes.
Yes, the Venezuelan president. After thieving a tanker. Yeah. I like
that is
Yes,
correct.
yes, good.
Well,
they handed him the script. You know they do that.
Well, the boat had been under sanction for a long time because of shipments of Iranian and Venezuelan oil. What's the problem?
Well, this is just a major... We better go to the Wrinkle Biscuit. We better get Raditz in here to let us know what's going on.
Good morning, George. The Venezuelan government is calling the seizure a blatant theft and an act of international piracy. But whatever you call it, there is no question that this is a major escalation in an already volatile standoff.
Oh, yeah.
Let's go ahead and state the position of the dictator first.
Yeah.
That's important.
Yeah.
Of course, that's like a history with these people.
Yeah.
Oh, for
what
sure.
does the Hamas-run
Yes.
media outlet say first when we're dealing with anything in the Middle East?
Very truthful.
Anyway, they go on. Here you go.
Morning, extraordinary video released by the Trump administration showing the seizure of an oil tanker off of Venezuela. A dramatic escalation in President Trump's effort to pressure Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. Watch as U.S. Navy helicopters swarmed the tanker, one hovering over the ship as a team of heavily armed Coast Guard forces rappelled down to the deck.
Did you want him to go unarmed? That probably wouldn't work very well. Anyway, go ahead.
President Trump announcing the seizure hours later.
We've just seized a tanker on the coast of Venezuela, a large tanker, very large. Largest one ever seized, actually. And other things are happening.
This is...
It's like the Trumpian part of that.
Yeah.
Just kills me. Very big. Biggest ever, actually. It's just great.
Oh, yeah.
The report goes on.
This is the first time President Trump has overtly targeted Venezuela's oil exports, the government's main source of revenue. The president saying the U.S. may confiscate the oil on board.
What happens to the oil on this ship? Well, we keep it, I guess.
Attorney General Pam Bondi writing on...
What was your suggestion, David?
Well, what is he going to do? Is he going to dump it all on the heads of baby seals? What do you expect is going to happen?
Right. Yeah.
The left probably would actually expect that. Anyway.
Pam Bondi writing on social media that the tanker was used to transport sanctioned oil from Venezuela and Iran and is part of an illicit oil shipping network supporting foreign terrorist organizations.
It was seized for a very good reason.
Sources telling ABC News the tanker called the Skipper was heading for Cuba. It was previously sanctioned under a different name back in 2022, and satellite images show the tanker loading crude oil at Venezuela's Jose oil terminal.
You get the idea.
Yeah.
It was formerly called Terrorist Tanker. Yeah. And that, well, we don't want to do that, so let's just call it Skipper.
So instead of leading with the reason that our government is saying that we did this, they're going with the Venezuelan narrative first.
Yeah.
To lead it out, which is so typical.
And look, I mean, this was sanctioned first. The boat itself was sanctioned under the Biden administration.
Yeah, are they going to say that?
Because, well, did she mention the year? It was 2022 when that happened because they were transporting oil for Hezbollah.
You want to hear the rest of the report?
Oh, sure.
Report? Okay.
The seizure of the tanker comes as the U.S. military has conducted 22 strikes on alleged drug boats that have left nearly 90 people dead. No evidence of drug smuggling has been made public. The White House insisting the strikes are lawful, arguing the U.S. is in a formal armed conflict with drug cartels, an assertion disputed by a wide range of legal experts. while lawmakers
Another wide range of legal experts say they can absolutely do that.
Who work for the cartels.
lawmakers on both sides of the aisle caution against dragging the U.S. into another conflict.
I can't even imagine that the American people will have any appetite for yet another forever war.
The president admitting to Politico he wants to see Maduro go.
How far would you go to take Maduro out of office?
I don't want to say that, but
But you want to see him out?
his days are numbered.
Can you rule out an American ground invasion?
I don't want to rule in or out. I don't talk about it.
And President Trump is already threatening others, warning the president of Colombia to wise up or he might be next. Of course, at the same time, President Trump has pardoned the former president of Honduras, who was convicted and serving time in a U.S. prison for drug trafficking. Robin?
Robin?
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. So I guess that answered your question, David.
Well, I'm just saying, I mean, they could have just blown up the tanker. I don't know, because apparently you're damned if you do, damned if you don't. If you're the Trump administration, you blow up illicit vessels on the high seas, and, well, that's terrible. You should just board it and seize what's in it. Trump does that. Terrible.
Yeah.
Major escalation.
I know.
Did the SEALs repel with knives in their mouth?
That I don't know. I don't know if anybody else thinks about it this way, but I think about Iran, the whole nuclear capability, right, and what they had agreed to years ago, and the whole Obama deal with them was a load of BS. But anytime you had investigators saying, all right, we want to tour this facility, no, you can't.
Yeah.
Well, okay. And then you just sort of go away saying, hey, strongly worded letters coming your way.
Right.
We're going to have to turn that around. And then they come back again. Hey, we want to tour this facility. Nope, you can't. Gosh darn it. We got to write another sternly worded letter. And nothing ever gets done.
Right.
Nothing ever gets done, and it just goes on. And it's like people all around the world think, oh, yes, so what? We're going to continue doing this with the oil and the drug boats, and someone says, kaboom, no, we're done. And everyone's freaking out.
Right.
But, I mean, that's left media. That's in context as far as would he rule out a ground invasion, and that was, what's her name, Dasha Burns?
Yeah.
From Politico? I'm not going to tell you.
Of course.
Can you rule out an American ground invasion?
I don't want to rule in or out. I don't talk about it. Why would I talk to you? An extremely unfriendly publication, if you want to call it Politico. I mean, I'm doing this because you picked me as a man for Europe,
I'm asking for
appropriate.
transparency for the American people, because a lot of folks are, people are wondering
I am
what
the
is...
most transparent politician maybe in the world.
Yeah. He does how many? Just open-ended pressers all the time.
Oh, yeah.
Give me your questions. Biden, what, once every 8 months?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Trump twice a day?
Yeah.
Yeah. You knew they were going to take that part out. But I thought that was pretty funny. So you got that going on. Meanwhile, you have a piece of audio from a Democrat that when I saw it, I thought you were joking.
Oh, no. Yeah, this is Democrat Benny Thompson. He's the guy who ran the January 6th committee.
Yes.
Oh, God.
Well, he was at a hearing. DHS Secretary Kristi Noem was there, and he brought up the Afghan national who shot 2 National Guard soldiers in D.C., killing one, severely wounding another. And the phrasing here, oh, buddy.
Okay, roll it.
Madam Secretary, you and the gentleman from NCTC reference the unfortunate accident that occurred with the National Guardsman being killed.
You think that was an unfortunate accident?
I mean,
it was a terrorist attack.
Wait. Look, I'll get it straight. Then you can
He shot our National Guardsman in the head.
Look, Mr. Chairman, will you direct the witness to allow me to ask my question?
Yeah, axe it already.
It was an unfortunate situation.
Golly!
It was an unfortunate situation. No, it was an attack. What?
What is...
Democrats...
What's wrong with these people?
They will always sort of slow walk or tacitly sort of kind of excuse terrorist actions. It's wild to see this.
Yeah, unfortunate accident.
Oh, it wasn't an accident.
No, it was not at all. Jeez. You know what? And I hope the investigation goes into Benny and the Dolts, all those people that were a part of that investigation.
Benny and
the Dolts.
Yeah. Boom, boom, boom.
The January 6th committee. Because they buried all the evidence.
Yeah.
That's against the law, you know.
I know.
Oh, my gosh.
Yep.
It's infuriating.
It is.
You're talking about minimizing the violence. Did you see Jasmine Crockett, is running for Senate? And the GOP already has an ad accepting a challenge that she made.
All right.
I think I got the cuss words out of it.
Oh, no.
What do you mean, oh, no?
Well,
you want me to leave them in?
David, please get near the button.
I can leave them in if you want.
Well, I don't want you to leave them in. I was hoping they were gone.
You said, oh, no.
No, I didn't mean it that way.
I
meant
got
like,
you.
my gosh, what are we going to hear? It's her.
You've never heard the F word before, have you?
Well,
you want me to play it or not?
Not on the show.
You got to risk it for the biscuit,
All
don't
right,
you?
okay.
Here you go.
I challenge somebody to go and find a clip of a Democrat invoking violence.
Let's extinguish him for good. I will go and take Trump out tonight.
We're going to fight it in the courts, and we're going to fight it in the streets.
When they go low, we're going to bury them below the Capitol. That's what we're going to do.
We take them to the mud and choke them out.
There needs to be unrest in the streets for as long as there's unrest in our lives.
I just don't even know why there aren't uprisings all over the country, and maybe there will be.
We're walking down a damn different path. We're fighting fire with fire, and we're going to punch these sons of bitches in the mouth.
I'd take you behind the gym and beat the hell out of them.
Punch back, kick back, dunk over their heads, and win some power.
Fight back, punch.
See, that's one place I took the F word out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beto.
That was Beto. He's a fighter, Can you imagine if you had MAGA dudes saying the same things?
Oh, yeah. It would be all over the place.
Newsom and you got Beto. Tough guy.
Oh, yeah.
Back, punch back, and make sure that they stay down. And you know what? Kick them when they're down, because they deserve it.
I think that you punch. I think you punch. I think you're okay with you okay with punching.
We are at war. And that's why the gloves are off, and I say, bring it on.
Another tough one, Kathy Hochul.
Oh, yes.
Just
putting fear into MAGA nonstop.
We are not only going to punch you back, but we are going to knock you out.
Like we're in a war right now to save this country.
Oh, Murphy.
So you have to be willing to do whatever is necessary in order to save the country.
Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we about to beat you down.
And damn it, shut down the Senate! We are at war!
Or remember that nut?
When they go low, we kick them.
Even in states where Donald Trump won big, that it does you any good running away from Donald Trump, I think you need to go back and punch him in the face.
Let's make sure we show up wherever we have to show up.
Vaccine.
And if you see anybody from that cabinet in a restaurant, in a department store, at a gasoline station, you get out and you create a crowd. And you push back on them. And you tell them they're not welcome anymore, anywhere.
Very peaceful.
Find one example.
Okay.
Okay.
How about
fine.
20?
Find 21 examples. Okay.
No kidding, man.
Bunch of twig boys in there.
Yeah. A lot to get to. White kids should learn to feel uncomfortable, said a Democrat in Kentucky.
Yeah.
We got to get to that in the 5 stories we're watching today.
Today, I'm here with Amy Rencher, Senior Vice President of Small Business and Talent at the Michigan Economic Development Corporation.
The Michigan Economic Development Corporation, or the MEDC, as we like to call it, plays a critical role in really a networked statewide approach to supporting tech-based entrepreneurs and more traditional small businesses across the state of Michigan. This really is a networked approach. We see ourselves as a convener, connector among partners to export resources, helping lift up best practice across the field, align with national standards, industry standards for best-in-class service to entrepreneurs, for benchmarking purposes, for access to capital, for other growth-related milestones, hiring for the first time, hiring many people for the first time. All these things help make for a rich entrepreneurial ecosystem for which we're a key player in.
To hear more of this interview with Amy Rencher from MEDC, go to thismorningwithgordondeal.com and click on the MEDC microphone.
You know how every year there's that one person who's impossible to shop for? Last Christmas, I decided to skip the guesswork gifts and go with something everyone loves, great food. And that's exactly why I'm loving Omaha Steaks. From effortless holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You can shop all the top gourmet gifts right now at omahasteaks.com. I've gifted Omaha Steaks myself, and the response was immediate. Not only did it show up perfectly packaged, but the quality was next level. It took zero effort but earned me hero gift status. I'm already eyeing more filet mignons and some of those indulgent desserts for round 2. Holiday magic made easy. Truly, every steak is perfectly aged for maximum tenderness, hand cut by master butchers, and backed by a 100% guarantee. 5 generations of uncompromising quality over 100 years as America's original butcher. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com, and for an extra $35 off, use promo code COMPASS at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code COMPASS.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. And now, the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, number 5. The U.S. has seized an oil tanker that was transporting sanctioned oil from Iran and Venezuela. It had been sanctioned the first time by, well, I guess it's been sanctioned several times, but most recently in 2022 under the Biden administration, because it was transporting oil to, well, people who weren't supposed to be getting oil for U.S. sanctions.
But it's a serious escalation.
Yeah, that's what we're told, yes. Venezuela is calling it piracy. Number 4, a federal judge in Maryland has ordered Maryland man Kilmar Abrego Garcia freed from immigration detention today while his legal challenge against his deportation moves forward.
Saint Garcia.
Yes, Saint Garcia, yes.
So what happens next? I mean, he's going to end up out of the country.
That's what it seems like, but, dude, it's
don't know,
just
man.
a game at this point, it seems like.
Does this end up in the Supreme Court, too?
Well, I don't get it. The guy had a standing deportation order before Trump was elected.
Correct.
Like, what are we doing here?
He broke the law.
Yeah.
Activist judge.
You got to go. I know, the activist judge thing.
It really
is.
is.
Insane.
It's troubling.
Number 3, we've talked about this before, but there's an update to it. Seattle's hosting a pride match for one World Cup game in June, and it just so happens the 2 teams that are competing are Iran and Egypt. Now, both of those teams have formally objected to the pride match thing, saying it conflicts with their religious and social values. Iran's team says the branding was irrational, but so far the host organization is standing by the pride match.
Yes.
Oh,
Guard the rooftops.
Well, they're very...
Yeah.
Well,
is that too spicy?
Pretty Islamophobic, if you ask me. Number 2, senior U.S. officials are expected to meet on Saturday in Paris with national security advisors from Ukraine, France, Germany, and the U.K. to discuss President Trump's peace plan. Now, Vladimir Zelensky, president of Ukraine, says there should be a Ukrainian election or referendum over any potential compromise on territory. Now, color me shocked, because I've heard for years that it's impossible for them to hold an election right now.
That's right.
That's what we were told.
That's why he suspended democracy in Ukraine.
Yep.
All right. Number 1, progressive activists plan to show solidarity with Boston's illegal immigrant communities next week, dumping ice into the harbor as part of what they're calling the Ice Tea Party. Cool. Those are the top 5 stories that we're watching today. For a limited time, save on the perfect gift by visiting auraframes.com to get $35 off Aura's best-selling Carver matte digital frames, named number 1 by Wirecutter. Use promo code MVCR at checkout. That's auraframes.com, promo code MVCR.
They're just not very good at this.
Isn't the harbor pretty much froze up now?
Yeah, they're dumping ice on ice.
Ice, yeah.
I don't.
Which makes no
That'll
sense.
show them.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So dumb.
So this happens every year on this day. You're reminded that it's the most popular day of the year to break up.
Oh, I hear. Yeah, that's right.
Like a boyfriend-girlfriend situation. Yeah.
You avoid the holidays that way.
When buying a gift.
Right.
That's a tough one, man.
Yeah, it is.
You're kind of a little late in, aren't you?
I would think.
Seems so. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. You know what's worse? If you're going to go through the holidays, when's it safe after the holidays?
Yeah. Because right after the holidays, you're not too far from Valentine's Day.
Right.
Here's the other thing. Say you're coming up at the beginning of February, and you're looking at Valentine's Day, and you know, all right, this relationship's not going anywhere. Do you do it before Valentine's Day, or do you wait till after?
Maybe you just you write it with the roses you sent her.
How bad is the relationship, and how good are the relations? Those are two.
You want to be
key
friends. You want to be friends afterward. You're better off beforehand, a week or two before, because if not, you're faking all the way through Valentine's.
Right.
Yeah, it's no good. All right, we got to get to the White Kids Should Learn How to Feel Uncomfortable, I guess, and around to What's Your Story coming right up. Yep. Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial, and the Sexy Boomer. That's Scott Robbins. Yep. So we talked a little bit about all the fraud in Minnesota. Was it 90% Somali? Something like that?
So far, at least in terms of the indictments. Yeah.
Talking $1 billion in fraud.
Yeah.
It was from everything that was supposed to be, kids with autism to feeding hungry kids, all these different charities, and it was just used and abused and people taking the money for themselves.
Yes.
Not only to spend on extravagant stuff, but also to send it back to Somalia.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
To Al-Shabaab.
Yes.
Terrorist organization. Okay. And so there's been a lot of cries of racism, xenophobia, and Islamophobia.
Sure.
Ilhan Omar. She's been one of those people.
Well, yeah, she's a very much an ear to it all, and is very, very, very apologetic most of the time.
Well, and some reports would suggest she may have benefited from some of this.
Some people did something?
I know.
Yeah, one of the people that she was tight with is connected to a $12 million scam.
Correct.
I mean,
and through this all, and there would be different clips of her. She says the president seems to be, what was it? Obsessed with me. Like, no, it seems you may have broke the law. Plus, didn't you marry your brother? I thought there were reports, and David, I've brought this up to you, I don't know how many times, like, there were, like, facts that led that.
Yeah.
Led to the belief that that was absolutely true.
Right, it was some sort of immigration fraud. And then there are other reports that have been circulating for a while about whether or not she is who she even says she is. Like, whether or not she actually had a family member living in the U.S. legally when she came over as a refugee, or when her family came over as a refugee.
Yes. And so we were always like, how did that ever just happen? Apparently, Border Czar Tom Homan is investigating this.
Well, about time somebody did.
No kidding.
Yeah.
There was a whole post on X from Shipwrecked Crew. Are you familiar with him, David?
Yes. Yeah.
And what do you think of Ship?
I think pretty solid. I mean, sort of an unfortunate moniker to go by, but yeah, I mean, tends to have pretty sober legal analysis that cuts both ways a lot of times.
Did you see their post on this? Okay, talking about Ilhan Omar. She married her brother, but never stopped living with her husband. After her brother obtained his status to be here legally, they divorced. Then she married her ex-husband legally in the United States because the first marriage wasn't recognized in the United States. Her crime is immigration fraud for her brother's benefit. And then, apparently, when she was in Somalia before fleeing to Britain, her father and her brother and maybe others remained behind in Britain while she and the others came to the United States. And so she took the last name of the Somali family that sponsored them so as to not be associated in the Somali community with her father. But that allowed her to not be identified with her brother when he came to the United States on a tourist visa. But the only way he could remain was to marry someone legally in the United States. So their names were no longer the same, so they were married in order to give him the opportunity to obtain permanent resident alien status. And the research on this was done and published 5 or 6 years ago. And I do remember that because we talked about it at the time.
Yeah.
So it is, as we've always said, like, how? Did that never get investigated? Like, if you're in Minnesota, you would think, okay, this is our rep here. We got to investigate this.
Yeah.
Nope.
Well,
and then you can sort of see when you ask yourself the question, how did $1 billion in fraud just go unchecked?
Yeah.
Because this crap's been going along for a long time.
Well, yeah, now you've answered that question, yeah.
So, yeah, the hope is with Tom Homan looking into this, maybe something will finally get done.
Where is the brother, by the way?
I have no idea.
Last I read, he was back in the UK.
Okay. Yeah. But then the other husband, they divorced, and then she married her political advisor.
Yeah. She broke up his marriage.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Man.
Can you imagine?
Jeez.
Well, it's been
That
very
poor
lucrative
woman.
for them. I mean, they're
Yeah?
Yeah.
Jeez. All right, more on that later. Let's get to the white kids in Kentucky. They're supposed to be uncomfortable?
Yeah, so Kentucky lawmakers had a hearing about getting DEI programs out of public schools because this is a fight that is still going on. You know, you feel like there's been a victory, and there have been several victories, but it's still out there. And the point has been, hey, look, there's a lot of these programs that they're telling white kids that they are oppressors, and they're telling black kids that there's nothing they can do to get ahead without whitey, which is damaging to kids. You can't give kids that message. However, for a certain demographic, the white guilt has been just embedded into their soul, it seems. This is Democrat Representative Sarah Stalker.
Really?
With her
Sarah Stalker.
Yeah, with her bonkers take.
Okay. Man, man.
I'm going to be honest. I don't feel good about being white every day for a lot of reasons. Because it's a point of privilege that I get to move through the world in a way that so many of my other colleagues and friends and family members of the community don't get the privilege to do.
Okay, there are a lot of poor white people in Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you're talking about someone, I mean, we're talking like dirt, poor, poverty.
Mm-hmm.
And you're telling me those white girls have privileges that a black girl living in the suburbs don't have?
Mm-hmm.
You have a sickness.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Stalker.
they're mentally ill. They're absolutely mentally ill.
Oh,
yes.
yeah. Okay.
And I'm just a female, but just a woman, just a white woman. If I was a white man, I would be functioning from a point of an even greater privilege. I think we're missing an opportunity.
How? Tell us all how.
Yeah.
I don't do it. It's just, well, that's a fact. Okay.
When kids have a moment to reflect about how the color of their skin does and does not allow them to move through the world, running to them and trying to stifle that and trying to say you shouldn't feel bad, so we don't want to ever expose you to something that is going to make you have to pause and have maybe some internal feelings. It's a missed opportunity for some really good dialogue.
What do you want me to do? What do you want them to do? What? They're white. They were born white. Now what? What?
They have to do the work, Scott.
What
That's
work?
what you would say.
To
The
do
work
what?
of understanding that they're oppressors. That some of these dirt poor white kids are oppressors. That's what they want. It's a freaking sickness. If you want to go about and say, hey, we're all born sinners, okay. We all have our own, quote, work to do, however you want to phrase that. To be redeemed, sure.
Yeah.
But this going by it's some of the most racist crap you could ever imagine.
Really
and just
is.
allowed and celebrated and promoted. Yeah, you got to stomp it out.
Well, she fits the stereotype, too.
Sarah Stalker?
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going to have AI write a song about Sarah Stalker? I bet you are.
I can. I hadn't thought about it, but yeah, Sarah Stalker.
Yeah, that could be good. We got to get to What's Your Story. You know what? All right, we do this a couple of times a day. We go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. If you don't mind, I'll lead today for What's Your Story. Because sometimes when you're talking about privilege, there are some kids that are used to just getting away with all sorts of things because they may be a minority, but then they step into the wrong place at the wrong time and find out it doesn't work that way when you're out of a, quote, blue city.
Yeah.
Did you hear about the youth football team from Philadelphia?
I did. It's a great
You heard
story.
about it, David?
I have not.
Great
Okay.
story.
So what's weird, one of the weird things is it's supposed to be an under 14 team, but these kids range from 14 to 15 years old. They're the Philadelphia team, and they're playing for the national championship in Florida. But it happens to be Polk County, where Sheriff Grady Judd resides.
And he does not,
No.
He doesn't take crap.
Not at all. And so after the Philly, what's the name of the team? The Thoroughbreds. They won their division. They're in Florida. It's game day. They decide there's 8 players to take an Uber to Dick's Sporting Goods. One kid is going to purchase something, just a little something. The other kids are throughout the store, and then the kid with the sack goes in, and they're stealing like crazy.
Oh, yeah.
And then they're caught. Well, here's the thing. When you're in Florida and you're that age, but it's like felony theft, you get treated as an adult, which means your photos are out there with name. And that's just the deal. And Sheriff Grady Judd started talking about that at a press conference.
Foremost, I want to compliment the Cocoa Tigers. They won the championship after finishing the season 15-0. And they beat the Thoroughbreds 26-6. I mean, they didn't just beat them, they ran over them. And the Thoroughbreds were from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So, Cocoa Tigers, you did it the right way. That's teamwork with great young men doing the right thing. Now I want to introduce you to 8 of the Thoroughbreds. And
now he brings out the poster, and it's got all 8 pictures with names, and there you go.
You look at the Thoroughbreds, and you find out what were they doing. What were they doing on Saturday morning? Well, let me tell you what they were doing. They Ubered from where they were staying.
Okay, and he starts to go through into the details of what they did.
Yeah. How do you like that? This is everything that they stole.
And it's a list.
And guess what? As we've said before, you can't go any place, anytime, that you're not on a camera. So Dick's Sporting Goods knows that they're stealing because they're watching this systematic, organized theft ring called a football team. Now, not only did they steal 47 items, but ostensibly they may have cost their team the championship and the football game, because I don't know if these all were starters or not, but I can tell you that we were finishers. We arrested them. We took them to the Juvenile Assessment Center, and we put them in lockup.
Oh, you can't do that. They're children. And you can't put their faces out there. They're children.
Actually, you can. Yeah.
And he did.
Because it's Polk County. And the coach is going everywhere saying, hey, well, hold on a second. Hold on.
Nope.
Sheriff's not having that.
I want to introduce you to their coach. His name's Raymond Bynes, B-Y-N-E-S. So when we notify the coach who is responsible for them, you would think he would be interested in holding them accountable and responsible. Instead, he goes to the deputies and begs them not to take these young men into custody. Oh, don't arrest them. Drop the charges. Let them go. And then when we said no, then they go to Dick's Sporting Goods to the manager and said, oh, don't charge them. Don't charge them. They were not taking bubble gum, one piece to chew. They stole over $2,000 worth of products, over 47 different products they stole.
Yep, it's different in Polk County and in Florida. Yeah.
You know, if you're going to be a thief, know the local laws before you do that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or it may ruin your trip.
Seems to me everybody gets treated the same there, the way it should be.
Yes.
All right, David, what do you got for your story?
I'll make mine really quick. This is from the New Republic, and I'm not even going to go through the article because the article doesn't even matter. But I'll tell you the headline. It's the simple legal way that Trump could steal the midterms. It's more conspiracy theory.
Oh, my gosh.
Rage bait for liberals. I just want to share with you the editor's note.
Okay.
Editor's note, after this piece was published, several readers noted that congressional Republicans would not be able to use Article 1, Section 5 of the Constitution to subvert the midterm election results in a scenario where Democrats win the majority in the House. In other words, everything about this article is wrong. And they didn't immediately delete it.
Oh, my gosh. That's fantastic. All right, Scotty, what do you got for your story? You got 30 seconds.
Okay.
That's why I don't go first. I took up all the time.
All right. Elizabeth Warren tweeted this out. When Trump's administration stopped making pennies, they left banks, retailers, and consumers unsure of how to conduct basic cash transactions. The result, inconsistent price rounding and unique treatment of customers. I'm pushing for answers.
That's her biggest concern today.
You cannot even make it up.
Pocahontas strikes again.
Yep.
Fantastic. Okay, we got to talk about Luton coming up here in just a second, and Nimrod to the news on the way.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
Actual price will depend on product and subscription plan. Featured products are compounded drug products, which the FDA does not approve or verify for safety, effectiveness, or quality. Prescription products require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. See website for details, restrictions, and important safety information.
Want a boost in and out of the bedroom? Hims has you covered. Introducing a new 2-in-1 approach to level up your game. Tadalafil for better bedroom performance and zinc for testosterone support. Put it all together and you've got what you need to turn things all the way up. Getting started is simple. Just go to hims.com/joy to start your free online visit. Through Hims, you can access ED treatments, including pills, chews, and more. 100% online. No office visits, no pharmacy lines. Just fill out a simple intake form and a licensed medical provider will determine if treatment's right for you. If prescribed, it ships free and discreetly to your door. Find affordable treatment options at up to 95% less than brand names at hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy, hims.com/joy.
What do you give the person who's always at their desk? X-Chair. This holiday, give next level comfort with X-Chair ergonomic seating. Dynamic variable lumbar support and SiFloat Infinite Recline has your back. X-Chair elevates work, gaming, projects with everyday comfort. During the X-Chair holiday sale, you can save up to 50% site-wide. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
All right, then. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins.
Whether you're starting a brand new routine or making player picks for the very first time, you want to try something new? Well, it can be a lot of fun. Prize Picks. Always feels good to be right. High-pressure playoff matchups every weekend now. Elite hoops action almost every night. The action never stops on Prize Picks. So start the new year right with Prize Picks by getting $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. On Prize Picks, you simply pick 2 or 6 players. You pick more or less than their stat projections. Submit your lineup. Prize Picks also has early payouts. So, hey, listen to this. If your lineup gets really hot and they're off to a good start, you now have the option to cash out these winnings before the game even starts. Or finishes, rather. Sorry, you can't do it before it starts. You can also copy lineups with one click with the new social feature feed.
Mm-hmm.
It's nice. So don't miss your chance to get in on the action with Prize Picks. It's good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's code MVCR on Prize Picks. $50 instantly when you play your first $5. So win or lose, you're going to get $50 in lineups just for playing. That's guaranteed. Prize Picks, that's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit PrizePicks.com for restrictions and details.
All right, we got to get right to Nimrod's.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the News. All right, I'm going to save it for a little later. The car thief that claims he was teleported into the car. Because that is, it is classic.
Yes.
For now. There was somebody in New Hampshire that shot at the inflatable Christmas decorations that were all set up in this neighborhood. They catch him. Who's all for a public caning?
Me. Yes, absolutely.
All right, we're all, okay. And that's Nimrod's in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. So the oil tanker, that'll be the story for a while now. That seems to have taken the place of the drug boats, or at least they're coinciding together.
Yeah, it's like you blow up a boat, and that's bad. You seize a boat, and that's bad. Democrats are going to have to be more consistent about what they're outraged about.
If it has to do with Trump, it's outrage.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the deal. And then what he says, we're going to keep the oil.
What do you want him to do with it?
Well, yeah, he was asked what happens to the oil now, and, well, he was very blunt.
Okay.
Well, we keep it, I guess.
Where does it go? What port does it go to?
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman. Just follow the tanker. Follow it. Get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it sure he's going to?
But I assume we're going to keep the oil.
He thinks it's funny.
Yeah, well, he has. I'll tell
when
you,
he started laughing.
He has been consistent on that point for as long as he's officially been in politics. With like Iraq, he's like, and we didn't even keep the oil. I said, keep the oil.
Yes.
What are we doing?
You go blow it up? No, you'd keep it. Because he's very much about the money part of it.
I'm guessing
it's supposed to bring you money, the energy.
I'm guessing he keeps the tanker, too.
I would imagine.
It's going to be the all-new Trump tanker.
Yeah, right.
He's going to turn it into a casino boat. Float it up the Mississippi.
So if someone
gambling at its best.
If someone comes up to you, David, and they say, "Hey, you were a news director. You came from the world of news. Okay, how is this justified? This just taking an oil tanker after he's blowing up drug boats? I thought this has to do with drug boats."
Well, it's a stateless vessel, as it's been described, and even the previous administration, the Biden administration, placed sanctions on this vessel because it was providing oil for Hezbollah. So, yeah, they saw the opportunity and they took it. Let's get this boat out of the water.
We can't deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. That's part of it. But, I mean, there's going to be freak out. Apparently, the EU is freaking out.
Oh, yeah?
Yes. And in this interview, you've heard parts of it, with Politico's Dasha Burns.
Mm-hmm.
Did she used to be with NBC?
Yeah, but I don't know if she's still with them and then also works for Politico. I'm not entirely sure what that relationship was. The first time I ever heard about her was when she accurately reported on John Fetterman's mental state.
I remember it.
During the Senate campaign, after his stroke and all that, and people went after her as ableist and all this, I mean, really nasty stuff towards her.
Yeah. And then she seemed to apologize about it.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, you can tell she's there on the left, and she's bringing up Europe to Trump, and his answer is just funny to me.
You can imagine some leaders in Europe are a little freaked out by what your posture is, and European.
No, they should be freaked out by what they're doing to their countries. They're destroying their countries.
Well, European Council
President.
President.
And they're people I like, but they can't let this happen. And it gets to a point where you can't really correct it.
talking about the mass immigration.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
And yeah, some would call it the Islamification of some of these countries. Like, is there any way to turn this back? And
There'll be a point, and it's very close to that
And
point.
what will that mean?
It will mean that they're no longer going to be strong nations.
Does
or
that mean
they'll
they won't be allies
Or
anymore?
they'll be, well, it depends, it depends. They'll change their ideology, obviously, because the people coming in have a totally different ideology.
yeah, and you know that there will be people just freaked out by that, what he said.
Mm-hmm.
It makes total sense.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Yes, I mean, a reasonable person would have to look at the entire situation and say, yeah, you may not like what he has to say, but that is accurate. You want to say, I'm not trying to run Europe here, by the way.
I want to run the United States. I don't want to run Europe. I'm involved in Europe very much.
Might you endorse
NATO
candidates?
calls me daddy.
Call me daddy.
NATO calls me daddy.
Oh, that's true.
That is also true. Heard that before. One other thing on Trump. With this whole interview, they asked about, Ukraine, Russia, Zelensky. And again, he'll say things that tick people off or make them uncomfortable, but can you argue with this?
Well, he's going to have to get on the ball.
Talking about
and start,
Zelensky.
accepting things. When you're losing, because you're losing.
Do you think Ukraine has lost this war?
Well, they've lost territory long before I got here. You certainly wouldn't say it's a victory. I could show you a chart. It's a lot of land they lost.
Yeah. Isn't this what, I don't know, three jamokes that really don't understand, or at least we're told, how this all works, said a long time ago?
It was really funny when you mentioned that because I thought the same thing when I heard that. I'm like, well, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while.
And that was the Obama doctrine as well. Is like when Crimea got taken by Russia, it was basically not our fight. It's not in America's interest to get involved in this with a nuclear power.
And so Russia takes this territory. They're not going to agree to giving it back. I mean, that's gone.
No.
And do you think that Ukraine can win it back?
It doesn't appear to be the case, no.
I don't know of a straight shooter out there that would say, yes, they can do it.
Through a war.
Yes.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's
Russia will just keep throwing numbers at them.
Yeah.
Putin doesn't care. He's nuts.
Yeah, it totally sucks. That's a terrible situation.
Yes.
That should never have happened. But, yeah, at a certain point, you got to face the reality of the situation.
That's what it has seemed to be for a long time. And you'll have different people in the United States say, well, we're just giving Russia everything they want. What should we do at this point?
Well, with the exception of involving our own troops.
Right. And
I don't know what the answer is.
But, the other thing is now even, New York Times, I think, had a story a couple days ago about this and others. Ukraine leadership has not been looking out for Ukraine. The amount of corruption that has been the result of all the aid that we gave them and Europe gave them. I mean, they haven't cared about their country.
No.
They've been robbing
in a
us
lot of
blind.
ways. Oh, yeah. There've been people getting rich off of this. So there's that. Saw a piece out of the New York Post today. It was Miranda Devine talking about a piece of audio you played yesterday, David. It was Erica Kirk.
Yeah.
Finally going after people. They're talking about, hey, this sort of, I don't even know if I would call it. It's not a rumor. It's like a conspiracy theory that there were people in Turning Point USA that were in on the Charlie Kirk murder. That's disgusting.
Yeah, there's that. And then also the U.S. Marines, a National Guard unit, some Egyptians, or at least people on an Egyptian plane, Polish underground communists involved at one point, the FBI,
right?
The Trump administration. It's all so bizarre and just kind of gross.
Yes. And you had said there are a lot of different people with these, quote, theories, but Candace Owens is probably the most recognizable.
I would say, yeah. Among all the people with the theories, she's the one that I know the most.
She's making a lot of bank off of this.
Yeah, she's making a ton of money off of it.
In the Miranda Devine piece, she mentions that, well, she thinks it's disgusting by this disingenuous sort of stance of Candace Owens saying, I'm just asking questions. Because if you've seen any of the clips, it goes beyond that. And as you said yesterday, David, it's kind of an inside online story.
Very much so, yeah.
But as she said, part of this started when Candace Owens said she had a very vivid dream where Charlie told her that he had been betrayed.
Yeah, he came to her in a dream. That it's like, come on.
Okay. And then she is saying that Turning Point USA wouldn't give her their footage of Charlie's murder that she would need so she could debunk all the internet conspiracies. Okay. Yeah. You're not buying that, Scott.
So you can't find a single video of it, can you? Because
it's all over the place.
There's a lot of videos out there.
Yes. So she writes, her daily tantalizing drip feed of absurdities cashing in on her former friend's death has made her millions of dollars. And the more bizarre and dishonest the lies, the more clicks, because that's the way online works. So that's why Erica Kirk went on yesterday, Fox, to basically say this is disgusting. You're going after my Turning Point USA family. Yeah. Everybody has been through basically enough with, the trauma of this. But I guess they're going to address this coming Tuesday. Did you hear that?
I know Erica did already, but yeah, they have in dribs and drabs a little bit. I think the smart thing for a while was to just sort of ignore a lot of the noise.
Yeah, that's what she said.
Because you don't want to do that. You don't want to feed into it. But then when it gets as personal and as bizarre as it has gotten, I think you do have to address it. In some form.
So, and this can also happen. You can have people from Turning Point USA that will go anonymous and tell Miranda Devine different things. Like, here's the deal with Candace Owens. She's a woman scorned. She was iced out at Turning Point USA because she was a part of it a long time ago. And she was not close to Charlie. He kept her at arm's length. He knew the best tack on her was to keep her on ice. She was not invited to Charlie's wedding. That tells you something. And that Charlie continued to exchange light, friendly text messages with Owens to try to stop her from attacking Turning Point USA, which I thought was pretty interesting. But again, they chose to ignore it for quite a while and then got to the point where, no, we need to address this. So this next Tuesday, they're going to debunk all the nonsense. With or without Candace Owens, because she was invited to come on, and at first she said, well, anytime, any place. But then it was what? My husband said no, and he's the leader of our household.
Yeah, she tried to throw out the, devout Catholic card, and I'm like, well, if you're such a trad wife, why didn't you take his last name? That makes no sense to me. But
fair point, dude.
Sort of like giving away the game there.
Well, yes.
The problem is there's so many people, and a couple of them have sent us notes saying, hey, this Candace thing has legs. You guys are just, blah, blah, blah. And you're not.
It really
but
where's the proof?
Yeah. Well, here's the thing. If you say anything long enough and it's tintillating enough,
yes,
that you're going to bring in several pits. There's going to be thousands of people that are going to believe you.
I understand. It's like as soon as you have the solid proof, I'm all ears.
Well,
and I don't trust the FBI either.
Well, no, but it's been like 2 or 3 months of tomorrow we're going to drop some big news.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, okay, at a certain point, give over the goods or stop talking.
So forgive me for not believing the BS.
Yeah, but
if you're one that is, hanging on every day for more and never getting anything, who's the dope?
Yeah. Well, you're damn them the hell guy. He makes a hell of a living doing this stuff.
Oh, man, I think this clip is quick enough. I can get this in. I wanted to play this for you guys. Gavin Newsom's begging people to buy his book. I didn't even know he had a book. The way he does it, because he's not what you think he is. Just as a table setter.
Text, I said, why didn't you mention it?
No, that's the Kamala clip. It's the one with his book.
A lot of people look at me, the stark white shirt, the blue suit, and the gelled hair, and they think, oh, I know this guy. I know this guy better than I'd ever want to know him. I get it. This is a story of a kid who always felt like he wasn't quite enough. This is a truly vulnerable book. I hope that whatever your opinions of me are, the openness, the honesty I felt in writing this and living it will resonate.
I knew that'd make you throw up, Scott.
What is he talking about?
He just felt like he was never enough, and he can relate to people, and I think you'll relate to me if you just buy my book.
His rich dad gave him seed money to start a winery when he was 20.
Much to get to, including the 5 stories we're watching today. Coming up.
It's the best time of the year. The lights are up, the cookies are in the oven, and some of the most exciting games of the season are coming up. Football coming down to the wire, basketball, hockey, so keep the holiday vibes going on Prize Picks and snag yourself $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Prize Picks is super easy to use. Just pick 2 or more players. You choose more or less on their stat projections and watch your lineup light up like the holidays. And now they've added early payouts. If your lineup comes out swinging, you might be able to cash out before the game is even over. Don't miss out on the action this season. Prize Picks, it's always good to be right. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. That's code MVCR on Prize Picks. Get $50 instantly in lineups when you play your first $5. Win or lose, you're going to get the $50 in lineups just for playing. That's guaranteed. Make sure to download that Prize Picks app today. Use code MVCR. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. Prize Picks, it's good to be right. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
You know how every year there's that one person who's impossible to shop for? Last Christmas, I decided to skip the guesswork gifts and go with something everyone loves, great food. And that's exactly why I'm loving Omaha Steaks. From effortless holiday hosting to unforgettable gifts, Omaha Steaks delivers the world's best steak experience. You can shop all the top gourmet gifts right now at omahasteaks.com. I've gifted Omaha Steaks myself, and the response was immediate. Not only did it show up perfectly packaged, but the quality was next level. It took zero effort but earned me hero gift status. I'm already eyeing more filet mignons and some of those indulgent desserts for round 2. Holiday magic made easy. Truly, every steak is perfectly aged for maximum tenderness. Hand cut by master butchers and backed by a 100% guarantee. 5 generations of uncompromising quality over 100 years as America's original butcher. Save big on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com, and for an extra $35 off, use promo code COMPASS at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com, promo code COMPASS.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, and the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, all right, number 5. Big news in Minnesota politics. Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, has announced he's running for governor.
Yes.
Number 4, a federal judge in Maryland ordered Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a.k.a. Maryland father, Maryland man, is union member, human trafficker, whatever.
Yeah.
Judge says, hey, you got to let him go from immigration detention while his legal challenge against his deportation moves forward. Number 3, senior U.S. officials are expected to meet on Saturday in Paris with national security advisors from Ukraine, France, Germany, and the UK to talk about President Trump's peace plan. Number 2, I just love this story. Seattle's hosting a pride match for one World Cup game in June. The 2 teams that got drawn for it are Iran and Egypt.
Oh, gosh.
They're not down with the pride stuff, by the way.
No.
We're not just talking about people who object to, drag queen story hour. We're talking to people who will kill you if you're gay.
You think they could do something like Wrigley and do rooftop seat? Probably not.
For us, yeah.
Probably not, yeah.
Very dangerous.
Well, both of those teams have now objected, saying it conflicts with their religious and social values. And you know what? I do believe that Seattle organizers are being very Islamophobic. It's not
what it
who we
sounds
are.
like to me. They're not respecting their religion.
So who wins? Pride or the Muslim countries? What wins?
Ooh.
That's tough.
On the totem pole of grievance?
Yeah.
I'm going to go with pride, but I think out of the safety, they may go the other way.
They might back out. And not even as a joke. Yeah, seriously, because they may be worried that somebody will get a little jihadi.
Yep.
If they do the pride.
That'd be bad.
Yeah. And number 1, the U.S. has seized an oil tanker that was transporting sanctioned oil from Iran and Venezuela. Venezuela says piracy. I say, too bad. Those are the top 5 stories that we are watching today. Save on gourmet gifts and more holiday favorites with Omaha Steaks. Visit omahasteaks.com. And for an extra $35 off, use code Markley at checkout. Terms apply. See site for details. That's omahasteaks.com. Promo code Markley.
New survey out there. More than half of employees feel gift-giving pressure in the office. Like, it could be friends at work, a supervisor, whoever. About a third feel a lot or extreme pressure.
Really?
Gen Z and millennials are significantly more likely than Gen X to feel that.
You ever given out gifts at work?
There's been gift exchanges before.
Yeah, but I mean, like, you're giving individual gifts to people?
No.
I haven't either.
No. Never been a part of that.
Gift exchange, usually they're like white elephant stuff, though.
Yes. I wonder if that's because less younger people have families. Maybe.
Could be.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin show. Yeah, I can remember. Yeah, you wouldn't want to get, stuck with the worst gift.
Right.
Where you could, it's like you're going in a circle or you got numbers.
Yes.
And whoever opens last gets their pick of whatever they want. And you could be with what was it that one year? The knuckled pig's feet?
Yeah.
Pickled pig's feet.
In a jar, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Tasty.
Well, there was one guy that was just buzzed enough. And I'm like, come on, dude, you'll eat it, right? No way. $20. Make it 50. And sure enough, there are a bunch of other people throwing in dollars.
Just to eat one?
He couldn't get her down without the old yakety yak.
No kidding.
Yep.
I've been eating for free my whole life.
Oh, golly. Got to get to a news update and what's your story straight ahead. Gross. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show. I'm Jamie Markley, the Gen Xer. David Van Camp, the Millennial. And your starting shortstop, Sexy Boomer. Known as Scooter, Scott Robbins.
Go to his right or his left, in or out. You got it.
Get that right.
Mm-hmm.
So, big story, I guess, today, David, would be the oil tanker.
Yes.
We took control of.
Yes.
Yeah, that'll dominate. I think a lot of people in America are still talking about personal finance, the economy, prices, that's
What about eggs? Eggs are down. The price of eggs is down now.
Yeah, I know.
80% since March. Think of that.
From the speech the other night.
Think of that.
He had another great line talking about affordability, economy.
Yeah. Democrats talking about affordability is like Bonnie and Clyde preaching about public safety.
It's a stand-up act.
Well, yeah, it is.
Oh, gosh, is that funny?
The Bonnie and Clyde reference, there are some people who did not get that.
I suppose that's probably true.
Yeah.
If Scott made a Bonnie and Clyde reference on the show...
Oh, you would tear me apart.
David, would you go after him?
Yes.
No.
That seems...
you guys would.
It seems like Bonnie and Clyde... That, goes throughout history.
Ask your son tonight if he knows who Bonnie and Clyde is.
Okay.
Well, part of it was because living in Denton was North Texas is where a lot of their crime spree happened, and that was a big deal.
Well, it's also modern-day Bonnie and Clyde. People are like, well, who is that? And then they look it up. I'm guessing.
Okay, well, that's you probably got something there.
So you're saying we're mean to you, just
no? I'm just saying. I think I would have
try to stop
Old Man Rivered on that one. Yeah,
maybe.
Yeah,
maybe.
Hey, Bonnie and Clyde.
I don't know. Somebody's writing that for Trump, don't you suppose?
Maybe. Yeah,
maybe he came up with that. I don't know.
I think he writes his own stuff sometimes.
It could be.
Yeah,
it could be.
His version would be. That would be like Arnold Palmer talking about having small junk.
Right. And
some of those references.
You have to be of a certain age to get that one, too.
Yes, that's a boomer thing, like knowing weirdly specific details about the size of
You know, if Milton Berle comes up on this show, Scott's going to talk about size.
Well, if Milton Berle ever comes up, I mean, that's the first thing I think about.
Well, and I believe you were the one who brought the story about Frank Sinatra to the table.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. That was within the last week.
He can swing more ways than one.
Oh, boy. All right, I'm going to move on now. MS Cow. One of their hosts, Simone Sanders, she had Josh Shapiro on. There's a big split going on, in the Democratic Party. But there are plenty of people that were upset with Kamala Harris's book, 107 Days. Not my fault. I didn't have enough time.
Yeah.
And America's racist. And, I mean, all these other different excuses.
Yeah.
And mentioned different people in the book. And Josh Shapiro went out and said, it sounds to me like she's trying to cover her,
Pretty much, yeah.
Well, it seems like Simone Sanders here wants him to walk that back.
Oh, really?
And he's not having it.
Here's a quote, and you are describing former Vice President Kamala Harris here. It says, she's trying to sell books and cover her ass. You want to parse this out for us?
No, there's no parsing. Look, I stand by what I said. I think the way in which the author described my emotion, frankly, was not accurate, but the words are mine, and I stand by them.
Didn't even say her name.
No, because he knows she didn't really write the book. My theory was she never even read the book, which is why she got all tongue-tied when asked about specific passages.
Oh, that's right. I said this. I said Mayor P was too gay.
I wouldn't have said that. The author did.
So I forget how it was phrased in the book that she really wanted to pick Pete, not the incredibly masculine Tim Walz, except that she wasn't quite sure America was ready for a gay vice president along with a woman of color as president.
Right.
Okay. Gavin Newsom recently on a podcast, also, the Kamala book comes up. And he just kind of laughs about it, like this relationship between the two of them is kind of non-existent. Because it wasn't her thing. He didn't endorse her quick enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think something like that.
But then she didn't go on to say he actually endorsed her.
Yeah.
It was like 3 hours later, but that wasn't good enough for her. Something like that. Yeah, here you go.
A little text, I said, why didn't you mention in the book 3 hours later, I publicly endorsed you for president?
And
that
then
was
she
why you were
replied,
calling.
hiking, we'll follow up.
She says, I'm book tour. Get back to you later.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's the relationship.
Yeah.
So she never got back to him, in other words?
Doesn't sound like it.
No.
Sounds like she was doing to him what he did to her. I'll get back to you. Ooh. I like the infighting. Watch it over there.
Oh, it's really fun.
It is fun.
Okay, we're not going to get anything else. I mean, it's time for you guys to give us your story, because if we go into something else, it's going to cut you short. Don't want to do that, because we do this a couple of times a day. Go around the table. It may not be the biggest story out there, but it caught your attention. David, what's your story?
Well, I'm going to bring this one up. A few days ago, a large group of teenagers swarmed a 7-Eleven in Los Angeles, ransacked the place, the flash mob robberies, the smash and grab stuff.
Right.
Some of them were on camera even bragging about how they can get away with it. You can't see my face and whatever. What are they going to do?
Right.
That's the mentality, because they know that they can get away with it. That's why they keep doing it.
Yes.
I mean, you got dozens of people just showing up and smashing through the windows. I thought this is a good example of how captured some people in Los Angeles are by the woke mind virus.
Okay.
Because an L.A. resident defended the looting.
All right, I have the audio that you sent to me. Here we go.
They probably don't have the money for food. If you literally go up that block, there's so many homeless people down there. Like, honestly, it's a systemic issue.
No, they're stealing like booze and cigarettes and candy, and it's not about starvation. They're doing it because they can, and they get away with it.
Well, they would steal from a grocery store, but I'll bet you anything they're in a food desert.
Sure
yeah, these are not homeless kids. They've got e-bikes, for crying out loud. They're showing up.
They got the iPhone 17.
Yeah.
We're hungry. We have no food.
They're live streaming the whole thing. They're not hungry. This isn't Les Mis. I mean, give me a break.
They're carrying around pictures of food on their iPhones.
There you go.
And
Food
it
that
makes
they
them
stole.
Very, very hungry.
Yes. They really needed those Sour Patch Kids.
That's right.
Golly.
And the
Can
Newports.
you eat Marlboro Reds? Yeah.
Well, tobacco is a vegetable, sir.
Yeah, yes, it is.
That is hilarious. All right, Scotty, what do you got for What's Your Story?
That is a weird story. Upstate New York DoorDash driver was arrested posting a TikTok video of a passed-out naked customer, claiming now, the DoorDash driver, claiming to be a victim of sexual harassment. Olivia Henderson, 23, appeared in Oswego County Court yesterday to be arraigned on felony charges for posting a video through the front door of a half-naked customer who was slumped on the couch when she delivered the meal to him. Henderson was arrested last month. She filed a police report claiming the incident had been sexual harassment, though the guy was passed out drunk in his home. She said the customer requested that she place the order leave it on the front door or leave it near the front door. When I arrived at the house, their front door was wide open, and there within eyesight was him, laying on a couch, indecently exposed. So they looked at the video because she had video. She took the video and put it on TikTok.
Oh, geez.
Of this guy naked, laying on his, slumped over drunk on his couch. They said there was no sexual harassment here. The guy didn't do anything. He was laying there. And DoorDash said you can't do this anymore. You can't be taking your phone in and videoing people's homes, inside of their homes when you go in. So she lost that, lost the court case. They're pending an appeal, I guess, now.
Wow.
She's saying the guy was la, 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 la. Video proves otherwise.
Okay. Golly.
And she shot the video.
All right. I'm going to try to do something a little more uplifting for What's Your Story.
Okay.
Maybe you already saw this. Jelly Roll was on Joe Rogan's podcast.
Yes.
And had the surprise of a lifetime, according to the story. And you can tell he got emotional. So he's talking with Joe, and then Joe played him a message from Craig Morgan talking about the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, well, he was talking about his love of Opry before that, the Opry. It was going, we used to go when he was a kid.
Yeah.
You know, all that, so.
And it led up to...
And who would have ever dreamed back then that I'd be back at the Opry House today to say, Jelly Roll, you're officially invited to become a member of the Grand Ole Opry. It's an honor to say welcome to the family, brother.
Crying.
He wanted to play that for you when you're here. Have a hug. Yeah, for sure.
It's a really sweet moment, man.
Yeah. Good moment.
Yeah. Meant a lot to him. There was a different piece I saw on Jelly Roll, too, that was in the New York Post, where he was detailing his horrible sex life with his wife, Bunny.
He was?
Yes. And when I saw it, I thought of you, Scott.
Oh, of course you did.
The reason is because he said it was before he lost a bunch of weight. And I cannot tell you, I've known you for 30 years, following different stories throughout time. If it's a morbidly obese person, and especially if their partner is not as big, you ask me like I have some sort of information into something like this, of how do they even do it, is basically how you would say it in maybe more crass terms.
Well, yeah, because, I mean...
Like, how's it possible?
Circumference. I mean, there's a lot of things that come into mind there. I mean, you know, there's...
This is what he said. This is Jelly Roll when he weighed...
talking about this?
Oh, yes, that's what reminded me of you asking me.
Okay.
Because he said when he was like 500 or 550 pounds, said the sex life was horrible. I couldn't even get aroused. I was so big. And this is what he said to Rogan. Dude, I married a bleeping, big, bleeped, blonde, beautiful woman. You know what I mean? I married the kind of woman that makes you smile when you cry.
Yeah.
Which is a great line. He said, I was having to play Twister just to,
yes.
Left foot here, right foot on the X.
Yeah.
You feel anything yet? That's the quote.
Oh, gosh.
Well, right.
So maybe that's the answer that you have been eluded all your last 30 years. I think Jelly Roll maybe have answered it for you. That's how.
I mean, he hasn't seen it in years.
Oh, boy. Yeah.
But I always wondered that. Yeah, okay, mathematically how that works.
Okay.
Calculating.
I apologize for even bringing that part up because I wanted to end on an uplifting note there.
Formulas that run through my head. And I'm like,
okay. You know what? I'll end on an uplifting note because I'm reading this story from the Post, and then you know how they have the scroll above?
Yeah.
And it's other stories? Headline, Jane Seymour, 74, brags she's very sexually active with her rocker boyfriend.
Who's the rocker boyfriend?
It's a guy that's older as well.
Oh.
I forget. What's his name?
Not anybody we'd recognize.
Last name Zambetti.
Okay.
Yeah, she says, I turned 75 next year. I'm very sexually active.
Good for her.
Yeah, she said, I have to remind myself how old I am. I still feel like I'm like 40 or 50, but maybe 40. And then, all of her secrets to that. That's good.
She's very attractive.
Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
I know you're 10 years away, but that's giving you hope, right?
For me?
Yes.
No, there's no hope.
Okay.
Just living on borrowed time.
That's it, man.
So much for uplifting. All right, we got to get to a news update, and Nimrod's in the news in just a few. You know how stressful holiday cooking can be. It seems like every family's got that one holiday cooking disaster story. The turkey's still frozen, the roast tastes like a used leather boot, or the chicken comes out looking like everyone's about to get a first-class ticket to the ER for salmonella. You can avoid all of it with Chef IQ Sense. It takes all the guesswork out of cooking.
Chef IQ Sense is a wireless cooking thermometer, and it is awesome. It tells you when to flip the meat, when to take the meat off the heat, even how long to let it rest. You can actually relax a little while the food is in the oven, sip some cocoa, hang with family, instead of hovering over the oven all day.
It'll help you with anything you're cooking, whether it's steaks, chicken, fish, turkey, anything. Chef IQ's got you covered. Seriously, you'll wonder how you ever cooked without it. Plus, it's the ultimate gift for the seasoned pros or the kitchen rookies. Give the gift of perfectly cooked meals with Chef IQ. And with our promo code MVCR, you can save 30% and get all your shopping done. Go to chefiq.com, promo code MVCR, chefiq.com.
A stiff chair makes you sit. An X chair lets you float. Upgrade to an X chair, engineered for better posture and focus. The secret? Patented lumbar support that adjusts instantly. SciFloat Infinite Recline that moves effortlessly with you. X chair is next level ergonomic seating that truly floats. Right now, you can save up to 50% with the X Chair holiday sale. Supplies are limited, so visit xchair.com today for up to 50% off. That's xchair.com.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/investor day.
Yeah. The Markley Van Camp and Robbins Show. Fad diets. They can help you lose weight, but it usually doesn't last. Whether it's a juice cleanse or cabbage soup, eating rocks or raw food, whatever. They work for a while. Once you stop, the weight comes back. And in fact, by the time most people hit 60, they've lost and regained hundreds of pounds. And a lot of times people don't know how much damage that can actually do. Doctors actually call that weight cycling.
Yeah, not only can it increase your risk for different maladies, heart disease, heart attack, stroke, diabetes even, it's just plain exhausting, right? You feel good one year and then all of a sudden you lost 10 pounds and you gained 10 pounds back and then some, and yeah, it's just tiresome. So if you want to stop the cycle, check out Lean. It works like those GLP-1 injectables, but without the prescriptions, no needles. It's just an oral supplement, and it works to control your weight in 3 main ways.
Yeah, it helps maintain healthy blood sugar levels. Also, it helps control your appetite and your cravings, and it helps burn fat. Now, that converts into energy, which, of course, means you're more likely to keep the weight off. So, if you want to lose meaningful weight at a healthy pace and keep it off, add Lean to your diet routine. Get 20% off now when you enter the code MVCR at takelean.com. That's code MVCR at takelean.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
Secretary of the Department of Education, Linda McMahon, announced today that in this year alone, they've saved about $1 billion worth of fraud with the student loan system because you had bots and ghost students that were taking advantage.
Unreal.
And getting student loans.
We had no idea some of this stuff until Doge.
No.
It is absolutely
the term
crazy.
ghost student.
Yes.
Yes.
I mean, that. In fairness, that does technically describe my first attempt at college at the University of Texas, San Antonio. I did not. I was on the roster. I didn't go to class very much.
You were a smoke student.
But it also cost you.
Oh, it did. I didn't have the student loan. Yeah, that was taxpayer free. That's what that was.
All right, we got to get to Nimrod's. This is a doozy.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Dean.
It's Nimrod's in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrod's in the News. We go to Florida. 36-year-old Calvin Johnson. No, not Megatron. This guy's white. Arrested after crashing a stolen BMW. He just stole it out of this guy's driveway.
Oh, gosh.
You over 100 mile an hour, crashed it.
Oof.
Cops asked him, hey, what's going on? He's claiming he didn't really steal it. He was somehow teleported into the vehicle. You go.
130 miles an hour, and I swear to God. Watch this go. Do you have a fire extinguisher?
No, I got in the car. I don't know. I teleported or something.
Where'd you get the car from?
I don't know. I don't know.
You
It's
come from the
Calvin.
beach side?
I don't know. I teleported.
Did you come from Bicentennial Park?
I don't know.
He stole the car.
Hey, you saved me from the aliens.
I don't know. I was teleported. You saved me from the aliens.
What if he's telling the truth?
He's not, David.
Oh, gosh.
That's still the drug hangover from your college days. It didn't happen. He was taken to the hospital to be checked out. Yeah. Oh, boy. They think he's going to be okay. We'll see. He'll be using that the rest of his life. And that's Nimrod's in the News.
Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, and Scott Robbins.
We just become best friends. Yep.
Making sense of it all.
Now I get it.
And having some fun.
Lighten up, Francis.
This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Okay, so the oil tanker story is probably the lead today, David.
Yes, it is. There was a what they call a stateless vessel that had been targeted by the Biden administration as well because it was, well, providing oil to terrorist organizations. And, well, you're not really supposed to do that. And so the Trump administration saw it. They had an opportunity, and they took it. What's it called? It's called Skipper. It's a big, big oil tanker.
Mm-hmm.
And President Trump turned some heads yesterday by saying, well, I guess we'll just keep the oil. You know, whatever was in it. Yeah, that's
he
fine.
sort of asked the question.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, you have to follow the tanker. You know, you're a good newsman. Just follow the tanker. Get a helicopter and follow the tanker.
Is it true? He's going
But we're going to, I assume we're going to keep the oil.
Yeah, I assume so.
Yeah.
White House
Why
Press
wouldn't we?
White House Press Secretary Carolyn Leavitt was asked about that today by Peter Doocy.
And that's what you saw and the world saw take place yesterday.
And because he said the president is trying to do a lot of things at once, he talks a lot about how he thinks the way to bring down prices for everything would be to bring down the cost of energy. Would he use this seized Venezuelan oil to try to help Americans with affordability here in the United States?
Well, what I can tell you right now, the vessel has been seized, as you know. And the Department of Justice did that in conjunction with the Coast Guard and the Department of War. The vessel is currently undergoing a forfeiture process right now. The United States currently has a full investigative team on the ground on the vessel, and individuals on board the vessel are being interviewed, and any relevant evidence is being seized. With respect to the oil, that's a different issue. As you know, Peter, the vessel will go to a U.S. port, and the United States does intend to seize the oil. However, there is a legal process for the seizure of that oil, and that legal process will be followed.
There you go.
Oh, man, people are going to freak out on that on the left.
Why? Well, I know why. It's because it's Trump derangement, but...
Yes. He just steals it.
I know.
We're just stealing and killing.
That's what pirates do.
And Trump was asked about Maduro.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he's said pretty much the same thing for a while.
So how far would you go to take Maduro out of office?
I don't want to say that, but...
But you want to see him out?
His days are numbered.
Yeah. You pretty much believe him when he says that.
Well, that's with or without U.S. intervention in this case, because, I mean, the word is, at least, because of that big old bounty, and things are kind of falling apart in his regime, there are some generals who, well, may not be trustworthy if you're Nick.
Yeah. You know, a whole other topic is birthright citizenship. Mm-hmm. Court deciding that.
Mm-hmm.
So that interview with Politico, Dasha Burns, that came up. This is one of those. So when the left is screaming about this story, David, what are some of the talking points?
Well, they're saying that this is unconstitutional to take away birthright citizenship, to say, well, if you're here. The question really hinges on whether or not, if your parents were here legally and you're born here, does that count? Does that actually apply? Does birthright citizenship apply? So that they're saying essentially no, because we want a future voting bloc. We love those anchor babies. We want them.
But basically, it's the same sort of racist, xenophobic line.
Yeah.
That Trump is just racist, that sort of thing. Trump with the history lesson on this one. Here you go.
The case is very interesting because that case was meant for the babies of slaves. And if you look at the dates on the case, it was exactly having to do with the Civil War. That case was not meant for some rich person coming from another country, putting a foot in our country, and all of a sudden their whole family becomes, United States citizens. That case is all about slaves, the babies of slaves, and it was a good reason for doing it, and that's all it was about. And people now are understanding it. It's been explained to them, and I think the court understands it too. That would be a devastating decision if we lose that case.
Yeah, because people know if they can just somehow get across the border, have a baby here, boom, you're in.
Well, that's happened a long time, and I remember NBC News years ago. This was probably 2017. It was all the Russia stuff going on, and they did a story about birth tourism, specifically among wealthy Russians, where they were going to Florida, like at the very last minute, essentially. And I remember just laughing my head off because they were saying, well, these Russians are setting up anchor babies. But then Trump brings up anchor babies and all hell breaks loose.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah, so we'll see where that goes. David, you're saying a Republican governor said that a Democrat governor would make a good president? Who's this?
It's this Spencer Cox guy, Utah governor. He did a joint interview with Pennsylvania Governor Josh Shapiro, a Democrat, to talk about bipartisanship and toning down the rhetoric. And he said, yes, Josh Shapiro would make a good president someday during this interview with CNN.
All right.
Do you think he would be a good president?
Yeah, I do. I have to tell you, I think I'm very biased towards governors. I think governors make the best presidents. I just do. I think for this very reason, we always say that potholes aren't partisan. As governors, we actually have to accomplish stuff.
Okay. And so what's your take on Spencer Cox?
I think, and there's another clip that I had from that same interview.
Yeah.
And it's, to me, I think he may be a very nice guy. I don't think he's a bad guy necessarily, but he's living in a world that doesn't exist. And I know he wants it to be one way, but he thinks that there is some future where Democrats and Republicans are at the national level can just suddenly start getting along. And it's like, well, that's not possible anymore.
No, it might be in, say, 30 years.
Sure.
Maybe.
Well, yeah, once everything's communist, it won't be a problem.
Well, yeah, then it's just a single party power.
I mean, I don't want to even be pessimistic. You've got like 2 generations of a lot of people that have been brainwashed, basically.
Well, yeah, sure. Yeah.
Indoctrinated from schools, universities, into hating America.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's been that way for a long time.
They will eventually achieve power.
Well, I think they already are. Yeah.
In some ways, they've taken over a lot of institutions.
I ain't seen nothing yet.
If Trump doesn't win a year ago.
Oh, gosh.
It just gets fast-tracked.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, you're trying to turn it around. And, yeah, I don't know that you can just go back to, 1970?
Mm-hmm.
Because you have so many people thinking, well, we're oppressors and we're irredeemable.
But I think there's also...
And it's this weird thing because all these people all around the world want to come here.
Right.
It makes no sense.
And so Governor Cox was also asked about Trump's call to deport Representative Ilhan Omar. Where he's like, her little turban, blah, blah, blah. And, you know, and then Dana Bash is saying, like, how do you reconcile that? Because it's very offensive. What's your message to people?
Okay.
Yeah, sure. Look, I disagree with Congresswoman Omar. I think she should be voted out of office, and I think I can do that without attacking her religion or her race or her ethnic background. I think that's really important. I know that.
Okay, hold on. He thinks that's really important, and I want to keep an open mind here. When he says all of that was attacked, how?
Where he mentions her head covering, where Trump said, a little turban, blah, blah, blah.
Okay.
That kind of stuff. To me, I also think, well, with Ilhan Omar also, she never passes up an opportunity to pass judgment on somebody who's white.
Oh, yeah.
So it's kind of coming from all directions. It's not like all this happens in a vacuum.
Well, I think you have to be honest about how she thinks.
Yeah.
And what she feels. I mean, if she's offended by that, too bad.
You know,
here's what you stand for. Here's what you stand for. Here's who you represent.
Yeah, I mean, if you're saying a few comments don't need to be there, okay.
Sure.
But this,
Well, what's your plan, by the way, to make it
to get her voted out,
come together moment and to get her out?
For what we know about her, she should not be in Congress.
No, but if you
where's the investigation?
Want her voted out and you don't want insults, well, how do you plan on doing this?
All right, go ahead.
I know that the president disagrees with me. He and I have had these conversations. I have to say, during the Charlie Kirk shooting, in the conversations we had, he talked to me about nonviolence and trying to be a voice for that. I understand he's not interested in uniting the country, and he would tell you that, I think, if he were sitting here with us tonight. But I would also...
Okay, that's pretty broad.
Yeah.
I mean, he wants people to have American ideals.
Yeah.
And if you don't, he's not down with you. That is absolutely pretty clear.
Mm-hmm.
I think you said it best, David. He wants to live in a world that doesn't exist.
Well, he brings up the Charlie Kirk shooting, and he still thinks, hey, we can come together. Well, I'm sorry, but there were a sizable number of people who vote Democrat who were saying that what happened to Charlie Kirk was an absolutely acceptable outcome.
Justified.
Yeah. That the world is better after that assassination.
Because most of them believe Charlie Kirk was a guy that he wasn't.
Yeah. And so, sorry, there can't be kumbaya moments with those people. I think it's great if he and Josh Shapiro can sit down and break bread, blah, 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 blah.
Sure.
That's wonderful if you can do that, but you're not really seeing the current political landscape for what it actually is.
No, you're not.
That's but I would also say that it's not going to be a president who fixes this. It's not going to be two governors who fix this. It really has to be all of us.
It takes all of us. Okay.
A lot of people are not willing.
Yeah. Well, and
I mean, just to listen to ideas.
Sure.
A lot of people will not sit down with someone with different ideas. They won't hear it. I mean, you see those differences getting played out all the time.
Yeah. I think it's funny because, Josh Shapiro is sitting there like nodding along, and I mean, he can get nasty as well.
Yes.
And I mean, again, Democrats made Mitt Romney out to be a white supremacist who gave a woman cancer.
Yep.
I mean,
they did.
If they couldn't at least kind of have a conversation with Mitt Romney.
Exactly.
What's my incentive to say, yes, I need to see your side of the equation?
Yeah.
I don't have any.
Yeah, Mitt Romney, the Pat Boone of politics.
Right.
Jeez.
Well, not only that, but Josh Shapiro, we could just come together. Forget about the people that tried to burn my house down.
Yeah, right.
I don't necessarily disagree with his notion that governors do probably make better presidents.
That part, I agree with that.
But we've got some of the nuttiest governors on the planet right now.
Well, yes.
There are kooks everywhere.
And
no.
I think what we needed in 2016 was a change agent. It wasn't going to be Jeb, ! Jeb.
Jeb!
No. And the people said, no, we've seen this act before.
Yeah.
We're tired of that.
We're bushed out.
Well said. David's going to write a song on that one. We got the 5 stories we're covering today. Straight ahead.
Today, I'm here with Amy Rencher, Senior Vice President of Small Business and Talent at the Michigan Economic Development Corporation.
The Michigan Economic Development Corporation, or the MEDC, as we like to call it, plays a critical role in really a networked statewide approach to supporting tech-based entrepreneurs and more traditional small businesses across the state of Michigan. This really is a networked approach. We see ourselves as a convener, connector among partners to export resources, helping lift up best practice across the field, align with national standards, industry standards for best-in-class service to entrepreneurs, for benchmarking purposes, for access to capital, for other growth-related milestones, hiring for the first time, hiring many people for the first time. All these things help make for a rich entrepreneurial ecosystem for which we're a key player in.
To hear more of this interview with Amy Rencher from MEDC, go to thismorningwithgordondeal.com and click on the MEDC microphone.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
CVS Health supports people in the moments that matter, from picking up a prescription to connecting care. With nearly 5 million daily interactions and serving 185 million consumers and 1.5 million healthcare professionals, CVS Health holds a trusted place in healthcare. By simplifying care and improving health, we're helping people get the care they need. Learn more at cvshealth.com/Investor Day.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins, thank you for being here. Now it's time for the 5 stories we're watching today.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
All right, number 5, a federal judge in Maryland ordered Kilmar Abrego Garcia, a.k.a. Maryland Van, free from immigration detention while his legal challenge against his deportation moves forward. How long? It's been years since he was told to get the hell out of the United States. What are we doing here? It's ridiculous.
That should be a Republican ad.
Yeah.
Democrats and activist judges keep fighting to keep illegal criminals in this country.
Yes. Number 4, Mike Lindell, the My Pillow guy, says he's running for governor of Minnesota. Number 3, Charlie Kirk's alleged assassin is making his first physical appearance in court today in Provo, Utah. The security was very, very tight, obviously, because of the high-profile nature of all of this. And, yeah, there were videos of him kind of joking around with his counsel, his legal counsel.
You're like laughing and smirking?
Yeah, you mentioned that. Mark, we looked up and saw that, and he was smirking and laughing. Yes.
Didn't that just piss you right off?
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
A little bit. Number 2, the U.S. has seized an oil tanker that was transporting sanctioned oil from Iran, Venezuela, etc., had been sanctioned under the Biden administration, and the Trump administration said, screw it, it's ours now. Venezuela says that's piracy. That's what it is. And then
because they're always looking at laws and want to stand on the right side of legalities.
Yeah. Venezuela, of course, yes.
Yes.
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And then number 1, Scott, you asked for it just a few moments ago. You said we're all bushed out, right?
Yes.
Well, you wanted a song, and here is the song.
We're all bushed out, can't take no more. Knocking on hope, but it won't unlock the door. Tired of the talking, tired of the shout. Oh, we're all bushed out.
There you go.
I love it.
Wow, that was just a little germ of an idea right there.
Right there, yes.
That is so good. I had a song I wanted to play for you guys today, too.
Really?
Do you want it now?
I don't care. Sure, if you want.
You know the group, the dude that does There I Ruined It?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Okay. What if Radiohead covered Santa Claus is Coming to Town?
Oh, gosh.
You ready?
Okay.
Yeah.
You better watch out. You better not cry.
Hold on, I think we got the edit. I think.
David.
You got to risk it for the biscuit, don't you? All right.
You better not pout. I'm telling you why. He's making a list.
Everybody's ready for the
And checking it twice.
Yeah.
I wish I
Here we
was
go.
naughty.
Here we go.
You're so very naughty. Santa Claus is coming to town.
They'd make anything depressing,
I
wouldn't
just
they?
couldn't say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bummed out now.
Do you know how this song is taken back off?
Really?
There's a whole other generation that
Right?
listen. Yes, it's huge.
You know, I don't really care for Radiohead that much. I do like that song a lot.
All right, I admit it. First mixtape I ever made for my wife. The name of the mixtape was so bleeping special.
Man.
And that was the first song on the mixtape. Thank you.
She stuck around, huh?
She did. God bless her. This is the Markley, Van Camp, and Robin Show.
Oh, the hopeless romantic.
Thank you.
That is a phenomenal. I'm so glad you confessed to that on the air today, Jamie. That's amazing.
It is. I hate to sound Trumpian on this, but I'm not unproud of it.
Well, it worked.
It did.
Yeah, whatever.
Oh, boy. Biggest story today? I got to go find out what all I put on
I would love
that.
to know what was on there.
There was a solo Mick Jagger song on there, too.
Oh, yeah, there were several good songs from
The one that came
solo.
out around 92 or 3, something like that.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Anyway, who cares what the biggest story of the day was? It's probably the tanker. We've already covered
That's
it.
actually the biggest story of the day.
Better believe it.
just-
All right, the
Bush
Robin
song.
Trifecta and updated more straight ahead. The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Jamie Markley, David Van Camp, Scott Robbins. Got the trifecta coming up in just a few. You see the report released this week found that the Affordable Care Act's premium subsidy system is riddled with loopholes that allow fake identities to secure taxpayer-funded health coverage. Heck, you say.
No way.
Investigators submitted fictitious applications for 2024 and 2025 plans using made-up names, unverifiable income, missing social security numbers, and no proof of citizenship.
You mean there really isn't an IP freely somewhere?
Nearly every application was approved. It's unreal. The headline, are the Republicans really going to let these health care costs go through the roof for the American families?
Right. By letting a deadline that Democrats set go ahead?
Yes. It's nice when you have legacy media and other outlets in your back pocket.
Oh, no kidding.
They'll just carry forward your messaging.
Yeah.
Not really tell the American people the truth, just whatever they tell you to say. Wow. We'll see where all that goes. Not quite sure. You got an update too, David?
It's developing right now.
Okay.
Crime Watch Minneapolis, they have confirmed that a federal agent appears to have been briefly kidnapped in the Plymouth New Hope area by a suspect that Homeland Security was trying to detain. They have the suspect in custody now, but
oh well,
wow,
whoa,
they're just taking grandma off the street. Brr.
Right. You see this new trend for wine moms? I say wine moms. Both of you guys roll your eyes.
Well,
that was unbelievable.
I'm like, well, I don't know if it's a new trend, but I know they like to get on TikTok and scream at people.
There's that, but there's like for the holidays. Mm-hmm. It's a holiday cocktail, they say. It's vanilla ice cream and red wine.
I'm not a wine guy,
but
me.
I'm an ice cream guy, though.
That sounds awful.
Yeah.
Well, and to that, you had somebody in there putting it out there online. She actually said, well, I'll just play it for you.
I got my Cabernet Sauvignon here, and I had some vanilla ice cream in my freezer, so we're doing this. This looks gross. Ugh. Okay, let's see. All right, Cabernet. We got my vanilla ice cream. Okay. It's gross. It's absolutely disgusting. Would not recommend.
See, there you go. Yeah. Some people were swearing by it. Other people are going on saying, no, this is terrible.
I would love to see somebody do an academic research article where they looked at, I don't know what, if there's a correlation between high blood sugar levels and liberalism.
You know,
just to see.
Just to see. Be grants for that. Yes.
Just saying. Yeah. You know, that Franzia is like just riddled with sugar.
Yeah.
Well, it's just you got all, and most of them are women, and I don't mean to do that discriminatory wise.
Well, no, you try to stay away from that all the time.
It's just like a day in the life, and I'm looking at you, and you're taking me around your kitchen or whatever, and you're creating something.
Yes.
Everybody's a star, man. Everybody's on. Look at that, man.
By the way, on that note, why do I keep getting messages from people wondering why you used the term tonnage, Scott?
Oh, that was the day you were out.
I've said, Dave, here's the thing.
What happened?
I have backed up on that one a little bit because I was wrong. I shouldn't have used that verbiage to describe a person who reads mean tweets about themselves after newscasts.
On a Fox affiliate.
Yes.
Oh, I've seen her, yeah.
Yes.
You said she had tonnage?
I just said some tonnage. It was
big
wrong.
boned, maybe.
I
was asking, because
it.
I had not seen a picture of her, so I'm asking him to describe it. I go, well, what are we talking about? Are we talking about just kind of chubby? And I said morbidly obese. He's like, no, but there's some tonnage there. That's what he said.
I did,
and then we ended up going to break, and so I look her up, and I'm like, dude, she's a very attractive woman. I mean, I would say curvy.
She's larger, yes. Big, sweet, and meaty is what I should have said.
Which is one of your favorite.
Yes.
Okay, I'm glad that's cleared up because I've gotten several messages.
No, and that's what it was. I said it, and I'm sorry.
Well, Andres then put it out on the Facebook page.
Yeah. So it is on the Facebook page.
And then I
Instagram
looked
page.
and saw some of the comments, and people were like, dude,
I know.
she's a very attractive woman.
A lot of guys were like, I'd be right there for it,
Yeah.
That's okay. That's all right, man. To each his own. But, I mean, I should not have used that word, and I apologize for using that word to describe it.
That's what I love about being out whenever something happens. Because, I just get emails from random people asking about something that I have no idea what's going on, and they never provide any context.
Well, what I hate, too, is then it's like, why'd Markley say I didn't say it!
Yeah, I know. Well, that goes both ways. There's a lot of times you say something, and I get blamed for it, so...
What's an example?
David sometimes says stuff that I get blamed for.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I can't give any right now because I don't have any at the top of my head. But
that's
I heard you say, you guys say, or you say, or whatever.
Got it.
Hey, I didn't say that. Markley said that.
Well, before we get to your trifecta, after that whole wine story,
yes.
there was something out there I saw today that actually sounded kind of good. So, you got a lot of bowl games coming up. Citrus Bowl.
Yeah.
Well, Cheez-Its has been a sponsor of the Citrus Bowl for a long time.
Yeah.
So if you're there at the game, you can get Cheez-It crusted turkey legs. That sounds kind of good, doesn't it?
Doesn't sound horrible,
sure.
I'll tell you that.
All into the crust as you're taking a big bite out of that leg?
I like Cheez-Its, too.
That's pretty good. I don't know how good they are for
Well, they're
you.
terrible for you. No, they're brutal.
But, I mean, as a treat, that's not so bad.
It's turned into a pillar of salt after eating it, but...
Yeah, your blood pressure goes sky high.
But you'd enjoy it all the way.
Yeah.
All right, you ready?
Yeah.
You don't want to get too many of those, Scott. You'd be a victim of tonnage, I guess. Anyway.
God.
Are you ready? 1, 2, buckle my shoe off. Woo!
It's the 3 most important news stories of the day.
I hit the trifecta.
Well, at least according to Scott Robbins. It's the trifecta on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
Every day about this time.
She's really a terrific lady.
She is a terrific lady. You're right, Casey.
Okay, nobody
Scott
asked
Robbins
you to weigh in. Nobody
trifecta.
did. Nobody did.
Yes.
Keep it to yourself over
Top
there.
3 stories from Scott Robbins, helped by his hero.
Hi, it's me, Casey.
Casey.
If it wasn't for this segment, you wouldn't see the light of day on this show.
I'm ready.
Fine.
3.
Yeah. Number 3. I guess you actually won that argument, I think. He just wanted to move on.
Sounds like it.
Number 3, Trump and the Department of Homeland
Scott
Security.
thinks I still care.
See? I know you don't.
Trump and the DHS, they are celebrating some great numbers at the border.
Yeah, President Donald Trump's Department of Homeland Security celebrating a little bit today. Record-breaking achievement in immigration enforcement. The more than 2.5 million illegal aliens have left the U.S. on their own volition.
All right.
They took the $1,000 and went away.
That is great
That was
news.
part of the offer. Remember that?
Yes.
Kristi Noem announced that this has happened. She also said that 605,000 illegal aliens from the U.S. have been deported on their on their own volition in this year so far. So that's a lot of people.
They had to get away for a while.
Well, they'll have a chance to come back now.
Well, yeah, they can go on their own volition or they can go the other way.
Because if you stay and you go, no chance of coming back.
Now, on with the countdown.
The Scott Robbins trifecta, the top 3 of the day up to number
2.
A woman delivers a child while riding in a self-driving car.
Wow, this is a crazy story. I mean, imagine the stories this kid will have when he gets older. Self-driving Waymo taxis have gone viral. I mean, a lot of times for all the wrong reasons, right?
It's like every other day they're having an accident or something somewhere.
We were just talking about that.
There was a standoff the other day. Also, like last week, one of them drove into an active standoff, an active crime scene.
Yes. Yeah.
Crazy.
Well, this one's good. This is a good self-driving story. A bearer of happier news, and I'm glad to bring it to you. This mother was on her way to the University of California, San Francisco Medical Center on Monday when she delivered inside the robo-taxi. It's according to a Waymo spokesperson, by the way. The company said its rider's support team detected unusual activity inside the vehicle and called to check on the rider, as well as alert 911. Rider says, "I'm having a baby!" So that was the unusual activity, and the passenger of the self-driving Waymo then all of a sudden detoured to the hospital where the lady gave birth before she was able to enter the hospital inside the Waymo on her own, by the way. She was asked to do an interview. She has declined at this point in time. But anyway, it ended happily for this Waymo. And by the way, the baby boy was born, and his name is Wayne Moe. His middle name is Moe.
Mm-hmm. And the countdown continues.
The Scott Robbins trifecta, top 3 of the day.
And finally,
you don't know if I'm telling the truth or not.
1.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I think we know.
Give it up.
Wow.
Casey, you know what? Nemo, you're gassed today, all right? Jeez.
1.
Okay. I promise this one will be better, David.
All right. Kyle Rittenhouse got married.
Yeah, Kyle Rittenhouse, the activist. Remember that guy? I remember Kyle Rittenhouse's name. He was the one that was put on trial for murder.
Is he an activist now? Is that what you would call him?
I would call him an activist now. He does that.
He kind of
he goes around, speaks different things.
Okay.
He made national headlines for being acquitted, in August of 2020. That seems like 100 years ago now.
Oh, yeah, people were saying he was a white supremacist before they knew anything about him.
He shot and killed 2 guys in the riot in Kenosha, Wisconsin. He was on his back when it happened. He made a surprise return to social media. He did this this past Wednesdays to announce that he is, in fact, married. He said, quote, "I'm back on social media. I'm back in the fight, and I'm here to stay." Kyle, now 22, posed alongside his bride. She had her bridal gown on. He had a tuxedo on. And the good thing is they haven't lost their sense of humor. They were both packing AR-15s in the picture.
Well, he's a guns rights guy.
Well, I think it's hilarious.
I got to look up the picture now. I got to see it for myself.
And there you have it.
Yes.
Really good. Match made in heaven, right
Scott
there. Yes,
Robbins, trifecta, top 3 of the day. Good job as always, Scott.
The kid's name wasn't really Wayne Moe, by the way.
I think.
Thank you.
I think we had known that.
She's really a terrific lady.
He's still talking about that reporter. Man, oh man. All right, we got to get to a news
Salty
update,
today.
and Nimrod's in the news in just a few.
What do you give the person who's always at their desk? X-Chair. This holiday, give next level comfort with X-Chair ergonomic seating. Dynamic variable lumbar support and SiFloat Infinite Recline has your back. X-Chair elevates work, gaming, projects with everyday comfort. During the X-Chair holiday sale, you can save up to 50% site-wide. Don't wait. These deals won't last. Visit xchair.com and save up to 50% today. That's xchair.com.
Welcome back to Winter Hack Radio, the place for clever hacks to survive the season. Icy driveway? Well, try spreading sand or birdseed to help with traction. Snowy puppy paws? Well, grab a whisk, brush it off, done. Catch COVID-19? Well, just get...
Actually, there's no hack for COVID-19. But if you test positive, prescription medications for COVID exist. Ask your doctor if they're right for you. Visit PfizerForAll.com to learn more. Sponsored by Pfizer.
All right, folks, let's face it. It's that time of year again. Holiday parties, tailgates, family gatherings, and somehow your plate is piled higher than a dagwood. Heavy meals, desserts, booze. Your liver's basically sending an SOS signal right about now. Help! Feeling sluggish, bloated, digestion all over the map? Yeah, that's your liver waving the white flag.
Well, in addition to moderation, Active Liver from New Nordic can help. It's packed with all sorts of stuff. Turmeric, milk thistle, globe artichoke extract, all natural stuff designed to help your liver clear out the toxins from alcohol, rich foods, and sweets. Think of it as giving your liver a little vacation while you're keeping up with the holiday craziness. Grab Active Liver online at Amazon, at Vitacost.com, iHerb.com, or hit up CVS, Meijer, or ShopRite. It's available in easy-to-take tablets or delicious gummies. Get your energy up, digestion sorted out, and you're ready to crush the holiday season without missing a beat. Active Liver from New Nordic.
The Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show. Talked about this before. Holiday cooking can be stressful, and it does seem like every family's got one of those holiday cooking disaster stories. Could be a number of different things that can go wrong. Something's still frozen, or it tastes like a boot.
Ugh.
Oh, yeah. You can avoid it all with Chef IQ Sense. I've used this a number of times. David would vouch.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you would too, Scott. I'm not the greatest chef. But, man, it takes all the guesswork out, which is awesome. And some people say, well, it's like cheating. I don't care. It comes out perfect all the time.
Right.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying. That's really what it
Better
is.
believe
it. Chef IQ Sense, it's a wireless cooking thermometer. It's awesome. Tells you when to flip the meat, when to take it off the heat, how long to let it rest even. I mean, this thing is really, really cool. I think one of your family members, right, or somebody who'd come over for steak said the last time you made steaks, it was the best they'd ever had.
Yes.
Jamie. So
no joke.
That's awesome. And you can actually relax a little while this holiday season while the food is in the oven. Sip some cocoa, hang with the family. You don't have to hover over the oven all day anymore.
Yeah, it'll help you with anything you're cooking. It's steaks, chicken, fish, turkey, possum, anything. Chef IQ has got you covered. So if you're going to wonder how you cooked without it, well, you're not going to be alone. It's the ultimate gift for the seasoned pro or the kitchen rookie. This season, give the gift of perfectly cooked meals with Chef IQ, and with our promo code MVCR, you can save 30% and get all your shipping done, too, and your shopping at the same time. Go to ChefIQ.com, promo code MVCR, ChefIQ.com.
News update, David Van Camp.
Oh, I hate to do this twice in 1 hour, but I've been inspired by Scott again. Talking about the curvaceous news anchor who was reading mean tweets about herself, and the other day Scott said there was some tonnage there. There's been some backlash on social media about that, and I think you did a good job of saying the more respectable term, big, sweet, and meaty.
Yes.
You want
to say that
70s hard rock song about a woman who's big, sweet, and meaty?
Well, yes, of course. Could this be like the follow-up to Rock Candy?
Yeah, apparently so, yeah.
Big, sweet, and meaty.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. She's big, sweet, and meaty.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Wow.
Yes, indeed.
Dude, the AI.
It's crazy.
I'm just trying to lean into the fun parts about it and not be too terrified. But it's also terrifying. And you were talking about this yesterday, Scott. A lot of people are getting like dating advice.
Oh, gosh, yeah.
And stuff like that from AI.
Yeah.
My daughter and I had fun with it one night, asking it questions of advice in different scenarios. It was crazy.
Yeah. It's really fun for the whole family. You should do it over the holidays.
Oh, I think ChatGPT and Sam Altman are being sued right now. I mean, get in line with those guys. But
that's suicide?
No, not the suicide. It was a murder-suicide. Because a guy was convinced by ChatGPT that his delusions were real, and it talked him into killing his mom and then himself.
Oh, my gosh.
Jeez. Dark stuff, man.
Yeah.
Well, and so many people are isolated.
Yeah.
Because of, well, smartphones, social media. Holy smokes, man. Yeah, that stuff is absolutely terrifying. All right, we got to get to Nimrods. Here we go.
When the going gets tough.
Damn it, this is too hard.
The dumb get dumber.
All right, Ian.
It's Nimrods in the News on the Markley, Van Camp, and Robbins Show.
I love the poorly educated.
All right. Nimrods in the News. We go to Shreveport, Louisiana. Got some friends there. Probably already know this story. And this is a tough one for this guy. Cops are called. Reports of gunfire in this neighborhood. They get there. There's a black male lying in the street, 2 gunshot wounds to his legs.
Yeah.
Okay. And they got him to the hospital. He's going to be okay. They said, here was the deal. There was a confrontation involving his wife and her boyfriend. And it got heated, and her boyfriend shot him twice in the legs.
Dang.
Heated confrontation.
He actually said, after the heated verbal exchange, he realized he had been shot. It must be pretty heated to not know instantly.
Yeah.
But then he went down to the ground, and again, he's going to be okay. Dude's been arrested. Adarius Benton, known as AD. Can you come back from that one in the relationship?
It's a tough one. Yeah.
She says, you forgot to empty the dishwasher. Your boyfriend shot me in the legs. And that's Nimrod's in the News.